Hi there, it's Rob here from the Gym Team. I hope you're well. Welcome to this restorative stretch class. Today we are looking at hamstrings and we're looking at lower back releases. So, as always, get yourself a nice quiet room, hopefully nice and warm. Grab yourself a pint of water, take a sip, lick around your lips and hydrate. Cheers. And from there, put your water safely to the side. For this training class, you'll need nice soft mats and we're going to go through a number of different stretches. You'll need some time to be able to relax in this class. So I highly recommend get a pad of paper and a pen, put it beside your training station as you're doing your exercises, because things will come to mind as you're relaxing and it's part of your body hitting its rest and digest stage. So it's going to allow it to lengthen. And as a result, the way the amygdala releases tension is to try and process the information it's been storing. So it might remind you of a few things that need to be done. So write them down and get them done on your job list. Okay, so from here, find yourself a space, and we're just going to rotate just gently on the spot. From here, if you can do this class in your barefoot, stretch across your body, big rotations. Nice. From there, right hand over the top of the body and do this really slow and controlled. So we're looking for that right hand to touch the thigh, come up over the top, and the right arm squeeze the right ear. No other further movement. This is a brilliant little exercise if you do a lot of swimming or a lot of cricket. This is a great one. You want to get your pelvis moving from side to side, so get these hips shunted over, and the arms stretching as long as far as you can reach. Every time that body takes you back to standing, the hand taps the thigh, and we go again. Two more here. One more here. Changing arm. Again, glutes engaged nice and strong, shoulders back. Try and keep your shoulder blades far back through the midline as you work. You might find a bit of a stretch here on the inner side of the rib cage. The serratus anterior, if your elbow is back into position, your chest lifted, will be feeling a big stretch. Now the other part with this is if you do a lot of seating and typing or desk-based work or driving, I highly recommend you bring this into your daily routine. From there, change arms again. This time we're going to extend that right arm high and we're going to push diagonally up towards the ceiling. Again, the hand on the top of the hip, just stabilizing the body. And just try and reach a little bit further each time. So you're trying to extend and coming back up. The arm stays locked out strong. The glutes are engaged nice and strong. Pelvis tilting to the side each time. Just trying to get a bit more range. Two more here. One more. And slowly releasing. Hands back on top of the thighs, stretch the other side. Again, the palm of the hand facing forwards. You try to reach diagonally up to the ceiling. Again, lengthening and pushing the pelvis away. Trying to get a bit more stretch and elongation through the lateral side of the body. And the further you can reach and the further you can push, better that movement. And again, you're keeping the arms straight. If I come close to the camera, I just want you to feel that you're actually pushing and lengthening the whole lateral chain of the body. Now, if you bring that shoulder blade back into position, all of the intercostal muscles here get a chance to lengthen, which help you with your breathing. All the lats dorsi gets to lengthen out. The swing length and the stride length of your arm improves. So if you do a lot of swimming or cricket, this is great for you because you're getting an extension through the lateral side of the body. And you're trying to reach and get higher. One more. And release. Good. And from here, we should feel that we've released sort of like the middle section of the core around into the TVA, the transverse abdomini, that corset that goes around that middle here. We just want to work side to side. What we're trying to do here by releasing this is to let the pelvis have some chance to be released as well. And you might find a whole manner of clumps and cracks come out of your hips and your pelvis as you do this. You're working side to side, nice and strong and long. Again, if you're doing this, try and do it in barefoot. Can you turn your toes in just slightly so that your second toes are completely parallel to each other? And as you're doing this, keep your glutes engaged nice and tight. Try and reach a little bit further side to side. Shoulders back into position. Chest lifted. Let's have 3 more here. Two more here. The last one. And releasing, shaking it out. From here, I just want you to rotate on the spot. Go over to the right side. You're just going to turn and pulse to this right side. Now again, your feet want to feel big toe to little toe square down to the ground. You should be feeling a release here of the lateral side of your body. QL is getting a bit of a stretch up, quadriceps lumborum. Certainly the glutes are getting a bit of a lengthening. The glute medius getting released out. The TVA is getting a good stretch out to the side and the obliques as well. Come back to the middle and rotate around to the other side. Now the tendency is going to want to be to flex forward. Lift up your torso and rotate to the side. And keep your chest facing forward, shoulders back. Glutes are engaged, nice and tight. Get that rotation here. Again, you're feeling your big toe to little toe square down to the ground. The heels driven down. Try and get as much rotation through that torso as you can. And from there, releasing, rolling out, shaking out the hips side to side. Take a good walk around. And then lowering yourself down to the floor. So I'm going to turn my mat to a 45-degree angle, so you can see what we're doing here. Okay, so as we lower down to the floor, from here we're going to take our right knee into our chest, tuck it in, stick your pelvis down, square flat to the floor, taking a single knee flex into your chest. That's a wonderful stretch. You might find a whole catalogue of things going on here. As you're doing it, the leg that's out straight is my left leg, and the knee that's bent is my right knee. As I close my eyes, take a slow deep breath in for 4 seconds. Slow deep breath in. 2 and 1. Slow exhale, sigh out the breath for 8 seconds. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, I want you to change your grip on your front of your shin. Just going to tuck up a little bit. If you need to release the shorts slightly or change, feel free to do that as well. Extend that left leg as straight as you can, tucking that right knee up a little bit further. Now, as you're holding this stretch, I want you to feel that the lower back is squeezed down to the floor. Both shoulder blades will be slightly curved because you're addressing the right knee. See if you can allow them to relax by relaxing the grip just slightly. Keep the lower back down into the ground. A nice big stretch all the way through the back of the leg. Again, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a nice, slow, deep breath in for 4 seconds. We're going to exhale for 8. Ready? Let's go. Deep breath in. 3 and 4. Hold that breath. And then slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gently going to release that right knee back out and extend that right leg as straight as possible. Shake out the right leg and feel a little bit of rotation through the hip in the pelvis. We're going to now flex the left knee, putting the left knee up to the chest. And again, as we work through this range, try and keep the knee into the body slightly. As it's raised up from the floor, the knee should point to the left shoulder, ideally between the shoulder and the collarbone, otherwise known as the AC joint. Now, as the lower back is squeezed down to the floor, I want you to try and retract your shoulder blades. In other words, push both your left shoulder blade back down to the ground. Now, as you do this, you're going to tuck the knee up a little bit higher. It's quite a big release out through the lower back. And if you're finding that parts of your lower back or your shoulders are starting to come off the floor, ease off slightly. If you feel like you can pull a bit higher, then do so. Again, we're going to take a slow deep breath in for 4. Hold that breath and exhale for 8. Ready? Let's go. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold that breath. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Slowly releasing that knee to full extension. Give it a wiggle. Let the left knee come back up again. Grabbing onto the shin, just adjusting that position on your shin. See if you can pull a little bit higher through that range. As you pull up higher through the range, you need to think of extending the right leg, the straight leg, away from you further. Again, tucking that knee in nice and tight. And again, we concentrate on both shoulder blades being back to the floor. Might be a big stretch through that lower back and through the glutes for you. From there, take a nice slow deep breath in for 4. Let's go in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold that breath. Slowly exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly releasing. Extend your leg back up to straight. Stretching and lengthening the arms overhead. Push the body straight as you can, put the toes away. So from here, further developing our stretching, we're going to walk both feet up so the knees are up to the ceiling. We're going to take our left foot and place it over the top of our right thigh. We're going to push our left knee away, placing our left hand aside the inside of that left knee, pushing away and feeling a stretch, perhaps through the front of the thigh, into that hip flexor, into that rec fem. It might be in your adductors. Either way, lower back stays squeezed into the floor. And then from here, we're going to release our hands off there. We're going to tuck our chin into our chest and bring both of our hands behind the back of that right thigh. From here, we're just going to tuck in a little bit further and allow our right knee to pull up towards our chest. From here, we slowly drop back so the head is touching down to the floor and we're feeling the lower back engaged to the ground. You'll feel a lovely big lengthening all the way through the left side of the body. Slow deep breaths in and out. From here, we're going to take a little bit of a pull on that right leg, feeling that left hip stretch a little bit further. From here, we take a slow deep breath in for 4, holding the breath and exhaling for 8. Ready? Let's go. Slow deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold that breath. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. Extending both legs away, stretching out the body. From here, we're going to work on the same leg. We're going to walk both feet up, place the left foot on top of the right thigh, open the left hip, rotating that thigh out laterally away from you. From here, we place both hands behind the back of that right thigh. We just hug that knee in. And again, we're going to push that left thigh away, activating that left glutes rotation. Keep that lower back down to the ground, the shoulders down. See if you can pull just a little bit stronger. Again, just take that slow deep breath in for 4, holding on and then exhaling for 8. Ready? Deep breath in, let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good work. Extending the legs, stretching both legs out as straight as you can, pulling the toes away. Let the hips roll. Pull your feet come back in, knees up to the ceiling. Taking the right foot, placing on top of the left thigh, opening the right hip by turning the right knee away. From here, we're going to reach through again, picking up our chin onto our chest and allowing a curvature of our spine. We're then going to find that left shin is parallel to the floor before leaning back through the stretch. Really good stretch for the piriformis this. And again, we're allowing the right knee to just open up and away from us. We're slowly putting on both hands, putting that left knee up slightly higher to the chest. All at the same time, trying to keep that lower back engaged to the floor. A big stretch through the right hip. From there, we take a slow deep breath in for 4, hold, and exhale for 8. Ready? Let's go. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold that breath, and then slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing your hands on the thigh, extending both legs. Pull your toes away from you, extend the legs, shake out the hips. 1 more repetition to go. Again, flexing the knees, placing the feet flat to the floor. Lift the right leg, place it over the top of the left thigh, open the right hip. Just give a bit of support to it, push it away. On the right knee, the floor, reaching down again, chin to chest, lifting up the left thigh, pulling that in, nice controlled. Again, sticking the lower back down into the ground, opening up the hip joint. And then trying to concentrate on both shoulder blades back down to the ground. We're going to work on the 4 to 8 breath again. Slowly deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold that breath. And then slowly exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give yourself a little bit of a hug further on that thigh, putting it up, before slowly releasing. Great release on the piriformis glutes. And from there, extending both legs, and stretching yourself out. Really great training session. There's a lovely release of the lower back. Certainly ready for sleep at the end of that, I reckon. From there, slowly putting yourself back up through into standing. From there, feet fist gap apart. From there, hands on top of thighs, hinge and flex down, chin on chest for the big stretch through the back of the legs. Turn the big toes in just slightly, focusing on the second toes being nice and square to each other. From there, releasing, slowly taking yourself up to standing, stretch and elongate up onto tiptoes, push, lifting the chest before releasing. Really, really well trained. Grab your water, hydrate well after that. You'd be surprised how much it dehydrates you by deep breathing, certainly for 4s and 8s. It's really tough work, so well done. Cheers, well trained. We did it live, hashtag live, we did a replay, hashtag a replay. As always, help, get in contact, get to training. I'll see you next time for the next one. Well done. Cheers. Well done, team. Very, very good.